Hello everyone, hope you all are doing well. So today's class we will discuss sine rule, cosine rule and area of triangle. Now most probably you have heard about Pythagoras theorem in triangle and SOHCAHTOA. Okay, that is generally these formulas are used for right angle triangle. But what if you don't have a right angle triangle? Then you can use this sine rule, cosine rule, and there is a different formula to find area of a triangle. Okay, so today we will understand what are the sine rule, what is cosine rule, and how to find area of a triangle which is non-right angle. Basically you might be knowing area of a triangle is supposed to be half times base times height, but this is only applicable when the triangle is a right angle triangle. So suppose if your triangle is something like this, where A, B and C are the angles and none of this angle is a right angle triangle, then how you will find? Okay, so in that case you can use your sine rule and cosine rule. Okay, so let us begin with the sine rule and cosine rule. So first thing first, let us understand what is sine rule. Sine rule, first of all you need to name this triangle. So suppose I am writing this as A, side opposite to this angle A is small a. Then if I write this as angle B, side opposite to angle capital B is small b. Then I will take this angle as C, side opposite to this angle C is small c. So you have to name it like this so that it's easy for you. Okay, once you name it like this, then sine rule says that A by sine of angle A is equals to B by sine of angle B is equals to C by sine of angle C. So this is what your sine rule says. So A by sine of angle A, B by sine of angle B, C by sine C. So A by sine A, B by sine C is equals to C by sine C. This is nothing but your sine rule. Okay. Now what is your cosine rule? Okay. So before moving further, this is your sine rule. I will also tell you what is cosine rule. So I will just write it down here, note it down somewhere. So this is your sine rule. Then you have cosine rule. Okay. Now cosine rule, what does it says? It says your A square, see this side square, this A square is equals to B square plus C square minus 2 BC cos of A. Okay, so this is your cosine rule, but in cosine rule there is you can also find the other sides. Okay, you can write this as, if you are finding B square, so in that case what is left out? A square plus C square minus 2 times AC cos B. Similarly, if you are finding C square, this would be A square plus B square minus 2AB cos C. Okay, so this is your cosine rule. So I hope you understood what is sine rule and what is cosine rule. You just need to know any one of these, and remaining you can rearrange and get it. Okay, so just need to know only one of this, and moreover once you practice it once or twice, it will automatically be understood by you. Okay, so this is sine rule and cosine rule. Now how it is useful, let us see one example. So this worked example. So suppose you are given with a triangle which is non-right angle, and in that case if you are asked to find out what is the length JK. Okay, so if you are asked to find out what is the length JK, so this length. Okay, so first of all name everything. Okay, So suppose this is capital A, this is capital B, this is capital C. Okay. So side opposite to capital A would be, as discussed earlier, side opposite to capital A would be small a. Side opposite to capital B would be small b, and side opposite to capital C would be small c. And if we apply sine rule says A by sine A is equals to B by sine B is equals to C by sine C. You can write it other way around also, or you can write this as sine A by A is equals to sine B by B is equals to sine C by C. That means inverse is also possible. Okay. So let us plug in the values. Sine A, so this would become sine 70 over A is nothing but 6 is equals to sine B. We don't know what is sine B, and we also don't know what is small b. And then we can write sine C, which is 50 degrees over small c. Now, what are we supposed to find out? We are supposed to find out jk. What is jk? Jk is nothing but small c. So, you can take this part, okay, you can just take this part and write it down. So, you are supposed to find out this small c. So, you can write this as sine 70 over 6 is equals to sine 50 by c. Rearrange this, you will get c equals to sine 50 over sine 70 times 6. So, when you solve this, you will get 4.89 units. So, this is how sine rule is used. Okay. Now, let us see one more example. Okay. So, suppose you are given with something like this. The diagram below shows a sketch of a triangle where angle ABC is obtuse. So, angle ABC is obtuse. Okay. So, now what they are asking? They are asking you to find out. Let me see the question. So, what they are asking you, show that the cosine of angle ABC is exactly, okay, so the question says show that cosine of angle ABC is equals to 487 by 592. Now, since we are supposed to find cosine of this angle, that means you can use cosine rule. Now, ABC is which angle? ABC is this angle. Okay, now before you proceed, you are supposed to name it. So, I will write this as capital A, I will write this as capital B, I will write this as capital C. So, side opposite to capital A is small a, side opposite to capital C is small c, and side opposite to capital B is small b. Once you do this, the next thing is very simple. You just need to see what we are supposed to find. We are supposed to find out this capital and cosine of this angle, cos B. Okay. So, if you see, the cos B comes in the which formula? If you go to the formula booklet, or if you see this formula, see, cos B comes in the formula of B square is equals to A square plus C square minus 2AC cos B. So, you need to use this formula. So, I will use this formula here. So, I will write B square is equals to a square plus c square minus 2 ac cos b. Now you need to make cos b the subject. Okay, this is your subject. So what I will do, I will first plug in the data. What is your b square? B square is 4.4 square. What is your a square? A square is 4.8 square. What is your c square? It is 7.4 square minus 2 times a is 4.8, c is 7.4 cos b. I will rearrange and I will get the cos b. If I rearrange this cos b, okay, I will keep, okay, I will do it step by step. So this is minus 2 into 4.8 into 7.4. What is on the other side now? 4.4 square minus 4.8 square minus 7.4 square. Okay, I have moved this to the other side. Now cos b, if I rearrange this, what it would be? 4.4 square minus 4.8 square minus 7.4 square whole divided by this 2 into 4.8 into 7.4, negative 2 into this. So when you solve this using your calculator, you will get 487 by 592. So this is how you will use this formula, cosine formula. Okay, so cosine formula and sine formula, hope you are understanding what I am trying to say. So these are the two formulas. Sine formula is a by sine a, b by sine b is equals to c by sine c. You can write inverse of it also. You can also write sine a by a is equals to sine b by b is equals to sine c by c. And similarly cosine formula, if you remember one, so suppose you remember a square is equals to b square plus c square minus 2bc cos a, then you can find other, okay, because they are very similar. You just need to follow the pattern. Okay, now okay, so next question, worked example. What is the length of QR in triangle PQR? So QR is this. Okay, so first of all you are supposed to name it. Okay, so suppose I name this as A, this as B, this as C. So side opposite to A is small a, side opposite to B is small b, side opposite to C is small c. Okay, now what I am supposed to find out? I am supposed to find out this small a. I know a square is equals to b square plus c square plus or minus what it is. You cannot forget the formula, it is minus. Okay, so minus 2bc cos a. I will plug the data in. So a square is equals to b square. How much is b? 8 square. C is 5 square minus 2 times b is again 8, c is 5 times cos of a. Cos of a is how much? 60. So you just need to use your calculator and get the answer. So just do this part and tell me what would be your answer. So when you plug this data inside the calculator, okay, so you will get a square as 49. So a would be under root of 49, which is 7. Okay, so you will get this answer. Okay, so after this, okay, so I hope you understood what is sine rule and cosine rule. Okay, once you are done with sine rule and cosine rule, okay, there is one more formula which is known as area of a triangle. Okay, so the area of a triangle, how you will find area of a triangle? Now this formula for area of a triangle, same thing you are supposed to do. Look here, nomenclature. You will take one angle as A, the side opposite to that angle is small a. You will take another angle as B, side opposite to that angle is small b. And you will take another angle as C, and side opposite to another angle is small c. Okay. So remember this thing, nomenclature is very important, how you name it. So area of the triangle is given by half AB sine C, or you can also take half BC sine A, or you can also take half CA sine B. Okay, it is up to you. So all this can be used. Generally in your formula booklet you will find this angle, area is equals to half AB sine C. Okay. So let us do one question related to this. So suppose if you have a triangle, what is the area of this triangle? So suppose this angle is capital B. Okay. So side opposite to this is small b. So side opposite, so suppose this is capital A, so this would become small a. This is capital C, so this will become small c. What is the area formula? Which one you can use here? I can use here, since I have angle B, okay, I can use this formula. So this is half AC sine B. So which is nothing but half. A is how much? 5, C is 4, and sine 30. So now you just need to use your calculator, okay, and get the answer. So this is half times 5 times 4 times sine of 30, you will get as 5. Okay. So 5 units is the area. So hope you understood what is sine rule, cosine rule, and how to use this area of a triangle for non-right angle triangle. So these three formulas are really important when your triangle is non-right angle. Okay. When you have a right angle triangle, it is very simple, that which we have learned earlier, but this one is really important when you don't have right angular triangles. So that's it for today's class. We will continue in our next class. Thanks a lot.